Hi everybody, this is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours, making a video for May 2016 and welcome basically to my YouTube channel. Before we get going with this month's reading, I would also just like to say that I've decided, well, I'm appreciating all of the comments that you often leave on my videos, and up to this point I haven't really been able to find the vehicle through which I can always respond, because I am short of time a lot of the time, but what I've decided I would like to do is do a monthly video which is not going to be this one, but where I basically just address some of the questions that are coming in. Might not be able to deal with all of them, but some of them I will comment on. Okay, particularly ones where I feel that many people will benefit from any advice or guidance that comes through. So it's going to be like a question and answer video. And I have to give credit where credit's due, because I saw this being done by another teacher out there, Chris Byrne, who is, I think, quite local to me actually. He's a good guy, and I really liked the way that he did that and the way that he addressed a lot of the comments that were coming in. So I'm going to start doing that. Please keep them general. I won't be answering personal problems through that medium, but anything where, as I say, people are bringing up some really valid points and I haven't always been able to properly answer them. So that's going to be something that we're going to be doing going forward. Okay, so let's get into May 2016. Excuse me. So we're letting go of April, okay, and I can almost hear a collective hooray out there as I say that. I know that April was a little bit tricky for some of you. We talked a lot about the red energy that was very evident in April, and that can be challenging. It can also be very positive. Feels like we have a totally new energy in town for May. And those of you that like to link into the colour sprays that I use in my videos, you basically need to get out all of the green bottles. Okay, so we're talking about the lime, heart energy. We're talking about the emerald for renewal and regeneration. We're looking at jade, higher heart and thymus. Teal, which is the altar major energy, back of the skull. And indigo and plum. Okay, so we will address those through the video. Before I pull cards or say anything, I would just like to say that I know that at the beginning of May we have a lot of planets in retrograde motion, which means that they're travelling backwards. So it's not always a time necessarily for moving forward in a huge way. We've definitely got a Mercury retrograde starting about now. I'm making this on April the 29th, so I think we're right at the beginning of it. And I was watching some astrology last night myself, Steve Judd's channel, and he talks about the fact that it's not the communication obviously stops during a retrograde, it's the fact that we're just asked to do it a little bit differently. So it's very much about listening more, taking time before you actually respond to something. So really allowing the information to be processed in, almost like it's count to 10 time before we actually then give a response to anything that's going on out there. But I also feel with all these planets in retrograde motion, it's a perfect time for us to retreat a little bit if we can. And it does feel perfect that I'm actually doing the first retreat in the UK in 2 weeks' time, which feels perfectly timed in that respect. It is virtually fully booked now, but I will be posting about that on my Facebook page. And of course the retreat, which is the Archangel Metatron and Elements course. There are still spaces in Virginia in the USA in September, October, and there's a few spaces left in Canada as well in June. So check out my website for that. There's also PayPal buttons, so you can just press if you want to confirm attendance at any of those. So I've made it super easy. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about retreat then. And I would like to just link into the main colour energy of May, which is green. Okay, so I'm going to start with the emerald green energy, which is this one. I've maybe talked a little bit about this before in my other videos. This was born out of workshops in Belfast in Northern Ireland, and it's very synonymous with where we really feel that almost healing is impossible. But of course, with the Metatron energy, what we're saying is that we can bring healing in to places where we've really, really felt stuck. So it's a very, very deep healer, the emerald energy. And I'm putting it today together with the indigo, okay, which might seem a slightly strange combination, but if I put those two colour energies up to the camera, you can just see the way that they feel as though they go together very nicely. And the reason I'm putting them together, or Metatron is asking us to work with these two energies at the start, is that May offers us a chance to do some deep healing on ourselves. And this doesn't have to be traumatic. It doesn't have to be something where we really have to go and open up old wounds for the sake of it. But it is about trying to see the higher meaning in maybe why we have become ill, or run down, or depleted, or depressed. So of course health encompasses the whole spectrum: mental, physical, emotional and spiritual. You know, you can be spiritually sick as well. And in fact, there's a lot of spiritual sickness around at the moment. And by that, I'm really linking into people who are sinking very much into ego and misrepresentation of truths. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. But there is spiritual sickness out there just as much as there is physical and emotional sickness as well. So we've always got to look at what is the reason behind why we get sick in any way. So let's just use these two together to just allow some healing energy in at the start of May. And the first thing that you need to do is just almost give permission, put your hand up and give permission for this healing energy to come in, because ultimately it's you that heals yourself. What any healing energy can do, whether it's Metatron, Reiki, sprays, crystals, is they are tools that basically ignite your own ability to heal yourself. So what we're doing here is we're asking for some truths to come to you in terms of why you've maybe got sick or feel run down. And I think most people have got something, even if it's not manifesting right at the moment, which is maybe a reoccurring problem or a weakness, an inherent weakness within their body. That might be physical, or it might be related to the chakras. So you might have one chakra within your body that just keeps going out. It could be the throat, it could be the stomach. It could be to do with joints and base chakra. I don't know. So maybe just bring that to mind, whatever the particular thing is that you want to bring to this circle of healing which we have now to be addressed. And I'm just going to put the indigo energy around me, and I'd like you to imagine a beautiful indigo cloak being placed around your shoulders for the month of May. And what Archangel Metatron is saying is that this cloak is indigo on the outside. So through the coming days and weeks, when you're tuning into Metatron, it's going to help you to understand what is it that you have attracted in to a degree, what influences around you are maybe toxic or need clearing, what things are you maybe ingesting into your body that are wrong for you, what people or situations in your life are making you feel unwell or off balance. Okay, so there's going to become greater awareness of what these issues are. So let's just spend a moment quietly just sinking into that indigo energy. And I'd just like you to listen for one word that comes to you, which can be part of the root cause of illness or stress or imbalance within your own body. One word. Okay, and so that with that one word, it's as though we are giving that up now for help. So it could be anything. I don't know what your word is. I was getting the word busyness for me because I'm always busy. So busyness is something that can actually deplete you, obviously. So that's my thing to work on this month, to allow some extra time for me and nurturing to come in. That's part of the route for me, but it will be different for you. So with this indigo cloak around you, I'd also now like you just to tune into the inside of this cloak. And the inside of the cloak is made of a beautiful emerald green silk, okay? So just putting the emerald green around you now and just feeling literally as though there is this very smooth emerald green energy very close to your skin, very close to the organs within your body, and just allow that to transmit its energy throughout the whole of May, okay? So we have two energies at play here that Metatron's bringing to us. We have the indigo energy, which is about helping us to highlight what are the real things that are causing imbalance, disease or illness in our life at the moment that we need to work on. And then we have the emerald green energy, which literally is like a beautiful silk around your skin, and it is transmitting deep healing, deep regeneration and deep renewal for the whole of May. Okay, so with that intact, with your cloak on to face May, let's get to the cards and let's see what's coming up for May for the collective. Okay, I've wanted to use a pack of cards today that I haven't used in ages, and they've been really calling me the last couple of days. And actually they feel really lovely and light to use again. So sometimes we do come back to the basics, sometimes we come back to a deck that we haven't looked at for a long time. This is one of the Doreen Virtue decks. It's the Angel Therapy Oracle cards, okay? So those of you that have got them, you know them because they look like that. They just feel like they've got a lovely vibration and they feel as though they want to speak to us this May. So I'm going to ask for 5 cards, and we're going to come back to that number 5 because we're into the 5th month and it's a really important energy. So the first card is release. The second card is, have you asked your angels for help in this crisis? Oh no, have you asked your angels for help with this? I'm adding words that don't exist. Number 3, heal away addictions. Number 4, fairies, okay. Number 5, visualize success. Okay, base chakra is on the bottom of the pack. Okay, before we get to the cards, I want to say something about the number 5. We're in the 5th month. Okay, so May is the 5th month. 5th month. Number 5 is following us all throughout the whole of 2016, and that's because it represents the 5th dimensional consciousness that we are all aspiring to and stepping into more and more. And I can really say that even 3-4 months ago it felt that it was still quite distant, a distant goal for a lot of us, and we were still very much operating at 4th dimensional frequency. The 5th dimensional energy is here, okay guys, it's here. And this month, May, it's going to speed up even more. You're going to see more and more incidences of 5th dimensional consciousness in our collective and also in your own life, in the way that you respond to things as well, you know, from a heart-based place of just pure unconditional love, letting go of the judgment, letting go of the things that have held you back for so long, and bringing in beautiful energies such as non-judgment, acceptance and love. Okay, so we're in a 5th dimensional energy now. It's really arrived. We're in a 5th dimensional month. We're the month of 5, and we've got 5 cards to look at. Okay, so the first one is the card of release. It says, work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. So what did I say about this month being a month of healing? Okay, you can't heal anything unless you are ready to let go of it. Okay, otherwise we're into the territory of the martyr or the victim who carries on and starts to be identified with their illness. So they label themselves as a sufferer of this, and it becomes even more self-fulfilling prophecy. So this is about releasing also some of the labels that might have been placed on you. And I'm hearing here medical labels as well. That's not to say ignore doctor's advice or anything like that, but it is to do with not giving power to the condition that you might suffer from. So not identifying yourself, for example, as, I don't know, an MS sufferer or a depressive or a cancer sufferer, it's to do with identifying yourself with you. You know that you are you, and you are linked into your divine power at all times, and you have the ability to go within, understand the illness or imbalance within your body, and to ask for release this month from the conditions, is the word that I'm hearing Metatron say, the conditions that have brought about a place of disease or imbalance or stress. Okay, so that's that one. So we have to, he's also saying to me, actually have to ask for release. And I'm also being drawn to the picture here and the birds in the picture as well. So that's reminding us that it's not just about releasing and saying it out loud, releasing our fear, releasing whatever it is that we know is wrong in our life at the moment. It's then about letting it go. Okay, so literally it's almost like the birds are then taking away that message, and we're not allowed to then hang on to it anymore. I like the picture of the lake and the tree. It looks like a beautiful oasis that is there. And again, this feeling of the need for retreat and being a bit like a hermit as much as we can. We've all got to get on with our months. We all have to go out and work and look after our families and children. But when you can, stop the clock, you know, turn the phone off, go for a sleep, or, you know, go for a walk, whatever it is that your body needs to do. Second card, it might seem a really obvious one, but it really isn't. Have you asked your angels for help with this? Okay, so we have your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. I started off this video by actually asking you to hold your hand up and to say, I'm ready to heal, you know, but it's to do with holding your hand up. And actually, I'm being shown, you know, when you're in a classroom as a child and you have to put your hand up for attention, because otherwise there are a class of 30 other children that are maybe getting the attention that you need. And so you have to put your hand up. And I'm feeling for some of you that's difficult. It's actually difficult to put your hand up and ask for help at a human level, so reaching out to friends and family, rather than hiding yourself away or just trying to carry on and pretend that everything is all right when it isn't. May is a month for actually reaching out, putting up your hand and saying, actually, I need some help, okay? And it's also a time for us all to support each other a little bit more. So there's a real collective feel coming in for May, and that is the fifth dimensional energy. It's very much about the collective. We work on ourselves at individual level, but we always have in mind that there is this collective consciousness that we are all linked into. And so the more that we heal ourselves, we heal everybody else as well. So you have to put your hand up. You have to ask for help this month if you feel that you need it, okay? And that applies to all of us, whether we are well, whoever we are, including teachers. I know there's a lot of teachers and therapists that watch my channel as well, so very good at giving advice to other people. Make sure you also ask for some help yourself, okay? The third one, okay, it's all linked into healing this month. Heal away addictions, okay? I love the element of water that is there, and you know, those of you that have followed me for a while know that this month, May, is the month where we birth the Metatron element sprays, okay? And they are literally sitting here behind me. I've got the bottles, I've got the stickers, but they're not full of anything yet because I have to make them. And that is my job for next week. I'm going to be making all of the sprays, and there's going to be an element of the water element will be featuring very strongly. Look behind me, this beautiful picture of Metatron. This represents air, water, earth and fire. That's what we're going to be linking into. And then the cosmos, which is right at the top of the image with that blue indigo sky and the silver stars. These are the 5 elements that we're going to be linking into. So heal away addictions, and heal away addictions via water. Water is the stuff of life, isn't it? We're made of water. We come from water. We're born in an amniotic sac, which is full of water. And Metatron is also saying, of course, in parts of the world, we go into water when we die, thinking about the beautiful Ganges River where, you know, our ashes are scattered into the water and just taken and are allowed to flow wherever they're meant to be. They really understand the power of water in cultures like that. The message on this card says, it's time to let go of behaviours that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask the Archangel Raphael to help you with his healing. I feel as though this month as well, and I noticed this over the last few days, that those of you that understand the Metatron energy know that Metatron is the umbrella energy. He is, in a way, the head, he's the top of the angelic kingdom, and the archangels work underneath him. But truly, there isn't really a hierarchy. They all work together. But he's very much pulling his band of archangels together this month for specific reasons. So we've got Archangel Michael here to help us, keep us safe, to keep us strong, to keep us protected. We have Archangel Raphael, who, he had to come out because we're dealing with the green ray of healing this month, and that is Raphael's ray. Okay, so I like the fact also that this depiction here it looks to me like a shell, an abalone shell. I've got one somewhere. I'm just going to go and get it actually, just to show you, because so I thought it was in here, but maybe it isn't. I haven't got that one. Anyway, I've got another shell that I can show you. I've shown you this one before, beautiful. Anyway, the abalone shell is linked into past lives as well, okay? So sometimes what we are addicted to, there can be an ancestral link going on there as well. Think about patterns that run in your family. Maybe it's alcoholism or addiction of some other degree, or it could be to do with diet. Certainly there's huge levels of obesity in our society at the moment, and you see whole families that are affected with that, right from the grandparents through to the newborn children who are already obese. So this is to do with healing the ancestral line as well in terms of addictions. The fairies card might seem a rather strange one, and to be honest, it's not an energy that I deal with very much, but these are Doreen Virtue cards, and I am aware that Doreen Virtue this month is bringing out a online course to do with fairies. Okay, so if that's your thing, connect into them. And I guess at the end of the day, fairies represent the elemental kingdom, don't they? Which is what we are dealing with this new elemental energy coming in with Metatron. It says to hit here, you have a strong bond with fairies and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. I want to expand that to really the elementals that are out there. Okay, so the creatures that live within fire, water, earth and air. Okay, so just knowing that we have that help. I also feel this card is coming up to just remind us that the magic is out there, that we can't always understand everything. We're not always going to resonate with everything. But don't be closed-minded to the fact that this can be real. This can be just as real as other aspects of spiritual energy that you presently understand. Takes me back to my early days with colour mirrors, actually, and they have angel bottles, dragon bottles and elemental bottles, and I loved the angel sprays. Of course I did. I went for all of them, and the dragons just looked at me and I looked at them and I thought, oof, really? It's too way out for me. No, I'm not going to go there. And of course it took a little while, but I got there eventually. And I actually adore the dragon energy now. I really, really, really love it. So don't close your mind to things that you don't necessarily understand, you haven't witnessed, you haven't seen. There is so much in this world that we do not understand. So let the magic in. Okay, it's really important this May. May feels a magical month. I want to put magical and May together. Nice card to end with, the 5, which is, if we've been talking about healing throughout this reading so far, we have visualized success. Okay, you can't get anywhere if you don't really believe that it's possible to heal. Okay, and that's true of anything in life, isn't it? Whether you're starting off a new business, but here the focus on May is helping to heal your own body. So you have to envisage yourself as a well version of yourself. And Metatron is saying, let's just do a little exercise here to help you be able to see that person who is actually waiting to come forward and integrate into you, which is a really healthy version of who you are now. And even if you're quite healthy already, there's always room for improvement. Okay, so, and this doesn't mean being perfect either. It just means being able to maintain the most optimum level of health that we can at any one time with whatever conditions we've got going on. those of you that follow my Facebook page know that we've been sending out some healing to my daughter's friend who's unwell at the moment, having heart surgery, and it's gone really well, fantastic. But she's unlikely to ever be completely well unless she gets a heart transplant one day. So for her, it's about the most optimum level of health that she can have at this moment in time. It's not about being perfect. Lots of people have all sorts of conditions and ailments wrong with them, but it is about stepping into the best version that you can be of yourself. And I like the fact it's also, that card about visualizing success, and we're linking it into healing, is also followed by the base chakra card. And the base chakra card says, choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances. And I want to say, and health, as your words determine your outcome. I think that is so true. And I know we've heard it all before, but the point is we forget it. And I talked about this yesterday on my Facebook page again, and put a little video up. We all do it to ourselves. We all have these negative voices in our head. We look in the mirror, or we see something we don't like, or we get a pain and we go into the pain. And it's about transcending that. Okay, it's about having some very, very positive thoughts from the moment we wake up to the moment we try to go to bed. Because what's the alternative? The alternative is having a negative train going through your mind the whole time, and that's just going to bring you further and further down. So visualize success. Have faith in a positive outcome. Right, let's bring some sprays into play. I want to just take you through maybe what I might do myself through the month of May, just to keep myself well. Okay, so linking in to the elements, to the realm of crystals. I've got a lot of crystals here, and I've got my sprays. So the first thing probably we all need to ensure, is that we're properly grounded this month. I actually chose very specifically today to wear this necklace, which is hematite. Okay, so this is a really grounding crystal. It's very beautiful, actually. It was bought for me a few Christmases ago, and it has a really, really strong energy. It's very, very grounding. So make sure you're grounded every day. Yesterday we had a late frost here in the UK. It should really be beautiful summer now, but it's not. But there was the most amazing dew on the grass, and it takes me back to my teacher in France last year, Carol, who talked about the importance of just standing. When you see dew in the grass, being able just to stand barefoot on that grass, and you're soaking up all that beautiful energy from the earth, and it's fresh, and it's literally like it's newborn energy again, because it's just come in overnight. So keep yourself grounded is the first thing. And the jade spray feels very important this month for all of us. This is the higher heart. I've talked about the higher heart before. I spray the jade, so let's just put some jade around us all. Breathe that into your higher heart. This is made up of lemon, thyme, and ginger, so it has quite a medicinal feel to it. And just imagine that beautiful jade energy now flowing into your higher heart. And as it flows in, you may be aware that it feels very depleted. And if it does feel depleted, just imagining it filling up with this very strong, purifying, pure jade energy. And the word health and protection come into that. So just breathing that in. We need to keep our hearts open this month to be able to receive the healing that is actually out there for us. So any barriers that are around the heart, let's just allow them to be dissolved. I'm going to use the lime green energy because it feels zingy and fresh. Lime obviously contains a lot of yellow within it as well, which is the sunshine energy, as well as the green. So let's bring the lime green in now into your heart. So we have a layer of jade above the heart. And now we're bringing in fresh, lemony, lime energy to your heart. And just allow that heart center to open. Let the lime just dissolve any barrier that's there. And as your heart opens more and more, it's able to actually receive all this help that's available to it, okay, and for it. And your heart has the intelligence to be able to take this energy into its heart center and then just transmit it wherever it needs to go in the body. So really start to think of your heart as a transmitter this month. It's a transmitter. What are you giving out? What are you thinking of? What are you broadcasting to the world that you are? And if that's wrong or you don't like it, change it, okay? Change the signal that you're sending out to the universe and send out a signal that I am well, I am happy, I am abundant, I am successful, I am well, whatever the words are that you need. Make sure you're sending out that positive signal and send it out every single day. When you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror, when you go to bed at night, it stays in your subconscious. Send positive signal out, and then you're going to receive back tenfold, 100-fold what you have sent out. It's going to come back to you. Okay, so really important. Also really important this month is to keep open the Altar Major point. I had a massage yesterday, and really interesting because I'm linked into a group where we've been looking at Altar Major. And a lot of it has been about, it is a very gentle space here, it's good to really just massage it gently. Often I will wear a scarf around here, or I've got crystals today, but it needs protecting. But yesterday this was getting pummeled. It was really interesting. But one thing I've never thought about before with Altar Major is that there are two sides to it. Okay, so really it was really shown clearly to me yesterday. Obviously there is the right side and there is the left side. So for both to open, they both need to open fully. Okay, so we're going to put a teal green energy in here. Just imagine sea green energy flowing into your Altar Major and just allowing the right hand side and the left hand side to open in unison. If you need to just maybe gently brush the back of the Altar Major with one of the body brushes, that's a really nice thing to do. So beautiful green energy around this part of the body is very healing this month as well. And the use of crystals. And the crystals that I'm recommending this month, the ones that I've got out, the obvious, of course, is green calcite. And there's so many different versions of green calcite that you can buy. These are just a couple of mine. They're a great cleanser for the body, just lying them onto the heart, for example, onto the higher heart, wherever you feel that you have a need for healing this month. Green calcite feels really important. I also really like the malachite crystal, which is a darker green. Feels as though it goes very nicely with the emerald. It's a deep, deep healer, again, particularly of the heart. But, this one actually looks, as I'm looking at this, it feels very much like a kidney shape, doesn't it? So to me, that could be one that you can actually place around your back just to help heal the kidneys as well. This one, Brazilianite, is a powerful healer. Can't really see it on my camera, but can you see it's very sparkly. It's a very translucent green. Again, it's a lovely crystal. Healerite, again, that jade, that almost goes quite well with the lime green, doesn't it? And again, I like putting the crystals with the colours. If you haven't got the sprays, get scarves, get coloured scarves, just get colour in. It's really important this month. And actually not really a green stone so much, but Larimar. I quite like Larimar as well this month. Okay, so we've got all these green energies to help us, but I also wanted to bring in a second energy, and that's the energy of the purple ray. Well, I talked about indigo at the start. I knew purple was starting to heat up, as it were, as a energy, because people are starting to order the bottle and it's a collective thing that goes on. This is linked into the sacral area of the body. Okay, so again, if we're going to be releasing and we're going to be letting go, we have to concentrate on our sacral chakra. That's where we store our pain, that's where we store our trauma and our history. And so the sacral area of the body needs a lot of attention this month as well. I actually feel we're dealing particularly with heart and sacral. That feels quite important this month. That's what we're working on. So I'm going to draw some cards linked into the purple energy at the moment. But let's just spray the purple around myself and for you to connect in with too. So I'd like you to imagine that there is this very deep, rich, really feel that coming into the collective, really deep, rich purple energy flowing down into your sacral chakra. This is your reproductive area of the body. I don't want to say anything, I just like to channel that energy for a moment. And the expression that I'm hearing Metatron say is, I'm seeing the sacral area. Well, obviously with women it's sort of like the womb area, but with men also just that part of the body. I'm hearing the expression about glass half full or glass half empty. And it's almost as though if we can fill the sacral chakra up with this deep, rich purple energy, which is also about purification, transmutation, and love, it's about looking at life in a half full way rather than a half empty way. And I'm feeling some of the sacral chakras of people that are watching this feel really empty and sad. And I'm wanting just to allow Metatron, just breathe into it and allow him just to fill up your sacral chakra with this beautiful purple energy. And there are words that go with the purple spray, and I feel I have to read them to you. So I'm just going to grab the book, which I have here. Okay. The words were channeled, oh gosh, a couple of years ago now, so I can't remember them off the top of my head. Right, here we go. So these are the words he's asking me to read to you. Plum, it's the Plum sacral chakra energy. Metatron's love right into the place where we store our shocks, our hurts and our pain, whether old, new, or such deep-rooted stuff we are not even aware of its existence. This love is unconditional. This love recognizes you as a divine, powerful being that you are. The frequency of love will never fail you, never abandon you, and never not support you. It sees who you are, who you have been, and all of what you can become. The barriers and blockages that hold you in fear and stuckness can be overcome. Your true self can emerge from the shadows. Use this spray to tap into new fertile ground where you're not pulled back but lovingly pushed forward, where you can be creative, sexual, happy and free. Put your hand in Metatron's and feel his love and pride in you. This level of care and divine love is bestowed on all who are called. Within the purple colour of this spray, we have the richness and majesty of love in all its splendour. The deep purple colour of the plum, as it displays its ripeness, is ready for use, and the expectation of all that flows from within it. Be like that ripe fruit, and let the world see that you are ready, ready to move on, ready for the bountiful harvest to come for all your endeavours and past experiences. Tap into its depth and beauty, and let all the hurt and feeling of restriction go, and welcome in the new. Plum is also about deep spirituality, introspection and search for answers, a colour to help heal spiritual crises and challenges. The essential oils in it are sandalwood, yang yang and rose, and the crystal energy is unakite, golden healer, moonstone, rose quartz, citrine, fire agate and bustanite. So those words are rather lovely, aren't they? I hadn't read them myself for a while, so and it's funny actually, I'd noticed that the sacral spray hadn't been ordered much at all over the last few months. It was quite noticeable, and I'd just been looking at it thinking, well, what's going on? All of a sudden it's here. So maybe we weren't quite ready. Maybe we weren't quite ready to really look at our stuff and heal our deep wounds, but we are now. And we do so with the help of the purple and the green rays. Okay, I'm going to pull 2 more cards for us. And I'm not actually going to ask what they are about. Let's just see what we get. Okay, that one's jumping out. Vegetarian, vegan. God box. Okay. Vegetarian, vegan. Okay, it doesn't mean you've got to be a vegetarian or vegan. Okay, I have to say I'm not, so I'm not going to become one in the next month. But in all seriousness, this is about eating fresh stuff. Okay, not filling your body up with junk and toxic stuff. So fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. Again, that's the Raphael energy, isn't it? You know, that's very much the energy of Raphael, dressed in green, and he often does. He comes in bringing the fruits and the vegetables and the healthy stuff that we need in our diet. Okay, so I don't want to get into the whole vegetarian vegan debate, so please don't comment because I won't respond. I believe we all have a free choice over what we eat. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. But I am feeling here we're talking about fresh food, fresh vegetables. Do what you know is right for your body. Okay, we're all different. We're all made differently. We all need to eat in different ways. But what we do all need is a fresh, pure diet now more than ever. And we're definitely seeing, aren't we, that some of us are being called to give up alcohol or meat or, you know, different things. Sugar is the big one at the moment, certainly here in the UK, I'm sure worldwide as well. You know, the sugar epidemic is just huge that's out there, and we all need to get on top of it. The last message here is the God Box card. And again, can you see, just again, we're just surrounded by that green energy here. It says, write any worries, concerns or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God Box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. I've got mine here actually to show you. This is my little box. People that have been on my workshops have seen this. It's not the most attractive thing in the world. It's a bit battered now actually. But the point is it has a specific purpose. So in my workshops, what we do is we put in here what we're either ready to release, let go of, or that we want to welcome in. And then definitely when there's a moon phase coming up, I will release those to the light or whatever it is I need to do with them. But you need to do it. You know, again, it's writing, it's getting it out of the body. So I'm just going to tune into the final spray that I haven't really connected with, which is the teal energy, and just see if there is a final message from Metatron for us. And then I'm going to sign off. Okay. So let's just link into the teal, which is the Alta Major spray. Whatever is going on around you, however much you have to do, wherever you have to be, whoever you have to see, make time for yourself. Honour your body that has been given to you. Honour the vessel in which your soul lives. Celebrate the life that you have. Celebrate the movement in your body that you have been blessed with. The eyes that you have to see. The ears that you have to hear. The taste buds you have to be able to taste. All of the senses. All of the parts of the body. See them not as separate things, but as part of the whole. All of them part of you. All of the flaws, all of the imperfections. Embrace. See them all as you and love you. Look after you. Look after you this May. Have a good month. I'm sure I'll make another video through the month, and I will definitely be doing the question and answers video that I referred to at the start. Have a good May, everybody. Look after yourselves, take care of yourselves. Don't be frightened by the process of healing that's going on through this month. Visualize success. Remember and have faith that, you know, what's the expression about miracles and moving mountains? Anything is possible this month. We're into 5th dimensional energy, and we're bringing in the vibrant energies of green and purple, and they are here right now for you to open up your heart to accept and receive with love. Bye-bye for now.